What's up, faithful? Welcome to the East Coast Red and Gold podcast. I'm Niners Jess, along with Ty Austin, Maddie B, Niner Lady Dina. It is Wednesday, January 7th, our first show of the new year. What's up, guys?
Hey, I don't know
Hey,
how you
what's
doing.
up? Glad to be back.
Yes,
Here we are.
Let's
here
go.
we are. Before we get started, we are brought to you by Faithful Gear. Get your customized Niners gear made for the faithful by the faithful at faithfulgear209.com. All right. Let's start off with the we're going to do some bird talk, but let's start off with the first bird in the Seahawks. I thought
They gave us the bird.
Yeah, they sure did.
pretty much.
Like,
they sure did. I thought it was a wake-up call for us. We finished the regular season 12-5. D Winners came out of that with a bum ankle. Tatum Bethune is done for the year with a groin.
Torn groin. Torn. Like, ow, man.
Yep.
Like, pulled groin is like, shoot me, take me out back, and old yeller me right now because I can't. Like, torn groin, like, I don't know what that is. Like, put me in the woods or something. Like, I don't know. Come back and get me later. Like, put me near the healing waters. I'm not sure, but best of luck to Tatum Bethune. Good grief.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun.
No.
But I want to talk about the offense. Dina, I'm going to start with you. Go ahead.
Oh, Joe. Oh. I was trying to prepare myself for this. Where was the offense? Where were they? I felt bad for the defense. I thought about that.
They need to take all of those black jerseys and just bury them somewhere in a hole. I never want them worn again.
I felt really bad for the defense because of the offense. There were a few good plays, but other than that, it's like, what the hell happened? Am I watching the same team? They had nothing. That's what shocked me. It was like they weren't there. I mean, Brock was trying his best, but it's like nobody was there. And then to top it off, we had a few dumb calls against us that we didn't need, and some calls that should have been checked that weren't checked. Make it make sense. But other than that, I somebody tell me where they went because I have no clue.
Yeah, the offense was definitely worse than the defense. Brock had no time. He wasn't good, but he wasn't bad.
Right.
All I saw was just the pocket being pushed back regularly. Maddie, your thoughts? Oh,
what?
Where the hell was Jake Tonjes?
Okay, number one, that, okay. But this is part of a bigger picture. It's one that I've been asking for a little bit, and I've been asking for this for weeks. Why are we continuing with wide receiver 4 and wide receiver 5 masquerading as wide receiver 2 and 3 while Juwan Jennings has to be a de facto 1, right? Why aren't we continuing to lean into having our best available offensive athletes on the field at the same time? 6 snaps for Brian Robinson? Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Come on. 6 snaps for Brian Robinson Jr. You traded a 6th round pick for him. 6 snaps in the biggest game of the year. 6 snaps. Where's Jake Tonges? Who owned them in week 1, frankly.
Right.
Every time Jake Tonges gets on the field, he's just money. He reminds me of Hunter Henry from the Patriots. He was the same way with the Chargers. It was the same thing with him. Like every time he's on the field, anytime they're in the red zone, here's that guy, right? Touchdown. Touchdown. Brent Jones used to be like that, right? Same deal. Hey, there's Brent Jones, right? Same deal. Not enough Kyle Juszczyk. He's so flexible. Like you really don't need to use a wide receiver. And in fact, if you go back, and this is the second time I've watched this all 22. This is the first time I've watched it on TV as it's playing in the background, and it's making me nuts. They were giving them the run. They decided to play nickel and dime.
Yeah.
They just decided we're not going to lean into that. We have the personnel to lean into that, and you just refuse to. Why? That's what I want to know. I have to have the answer to that question. Someone, somewhere, for the love of God, ask it. Why aren't there more 2-3 tight end sets? Why aren't there more 3 running back sets with one tight end? Like, why do we have to have a wide receiver on the field at all times when clearly we are not meant to have a wide receiver on the field this year? Jacob Cowing secret weapon my ass. Like, I hope so. I pray. I beg. Okay? I would love to let that lightning strike, but I'll believe it when I see it. Okay? Like, that's just where I'm at with the wide receivers. I don't know. There's some sort of curse on them this year. I don't know what's going on. I don't think we're going to see Ricky Pearsall again until training camp, when he'll return in the best shape of his life until he tweaks a hamstring.
Yeah, as far as Jacob Cowing, I know his window was open today, but Kyle Shanahan pretty much said he's not going to play, but who knows?
Exactly.
It would be nice. He actually he looked like really like spry today, and refreshed and healthy.
It's been 18 weeks. I mean,
he's got fresh legs. Yeah.
So,
I mean,
it would be nice to
hope
see
he
him
look
out
fresh.
there and
Talk about those legs.
another big
Exactly.
game of the year. Go ahead, Ty.
Yeah. You know my feelings about the offense when they don't show up. And, it's unfortunate that in the biggest game of the year, they had their worst game of the year. So it's a gut punch because of everything on the line and high hopes that, we had for them, and I'm sure they had for themselves. Right. But it was just bad. It was just bad. To Matt's point, I thought it was a bad game plan. Once they saw that they were like staying in nickel, only rushing 4, right? You would think, let's go maybe a little heavy, a little 2 tight end set. Hell, bring in an extra lineman, do something different, pound the rock.
Let's go 3 tight end. Let's go. You want to go nuts? Let's get nuts.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
Yeah. Try to do something different, catch them off guard with that. It never happened. The O-line just picked the worst time to have their worst game of the year, right? Brock couldn't get anything going. Nothing. And the receivers couldn't get open, right? It was just bad all around. It was just, And, when you start the game, 3 and out, 6 and out, it doesn't help. It certainly doesn't help your defense. It doesn't help your confidence on offense. You can't get any momentum going.
Yeah.
And it was just, something has got to click. It's got to click. And really, you felt that it did start to click, that drive, the CMC interception drive.
Yep.
Right? Brock scrambles. He hits George on a big run. And it was like, there it is. That's Brock making a play, making something happen, right? Connects with George. He's making a play, making something happen. Here we go, offense. And sure enough, they're driving. But the theme of the day was the ball just doesn't bounce our way.
Right.
Right? The ball hits CMC in the hands. Normally, you see a ball like that just drop to the ground. This one pops up in the air.
And ends up in his armpit. Like,
defies gravity, goes up right into the Seattle defender. He couldn't even believe he caught it, right? That's just the way it was. So it was bad. It was bad. And every year we have a game like this. If you go back to last season, it was that Thursday night, Sunday night game against the Rams at home, where we were fighting
6
for
points.
our lives right, and we scored 6 points.
Yeah.
Nothing went right. Just couldn't get things going on offense. That was the infamous Debo, I'm not getting my opportunities game.
Oh, yeah.
Bad game then, bad game here, right?
The
The
original
year before that,
6-7.
we know it was the Christmas game. Yeah, exactly. So it was just bad. It was just bad.
Just a quick addendum too. Where the hell is Sky Moore? When this guy touches the ball, things tend to happen. And when you need like a little jump start once in a while, like it's okay to get the ball into Sky Moore's hands. Like I'm okay with Sky Moore touching the ball over DeMarcus Robinson. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm totally fine with it. Let DeMarcus Robinson be a wide receiver. Like it's okay. Like let's scheme some stuff up. Juice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Like
Right.
he's
Well,
made some really big plays at the special teams this year. It's okay for him to touch the ball on offense once in a while too. It's allowed. I've checked the rules. He does have eligibility at those positions.
Yep, he is eligible to catch the ball.
He doesn't even have to
Yeah.
check in as an eligible receiver. Like
But
Phil, no.
yeah. That's part
Who
of
knew?
Shanahan's less, mixing up things, I mean,
That's the stuff
if
that drives me
if
bonkers.
he did-
Like I
if he
don't
did
get
like
it.
that, yeah.
Well,
Big
and
Ron
keep
says
it-
the offense looks slow.
Yeah, keeping in that
Absolutely.
conversation of the offense looking slow, getting Sky Moore in the field, Jacob Cowing, right? We're talking about speed here and getting speed on the field. Matt, I agree with you. Throw Sky Moore out there.
Yeah.
He ran a 4.41 at the combine. Like we know he has speed. We've seen it on kick returns, right?
Mm-hmm.
A gentleman who seems to be just lost in the shuffle, Jordan Watkins, who runs a 4.3. He's healthy and on the roster. Where's he? Right? If you want to inject some speed in there, get him on the field. He has speed. He can run routes. We've seen he can make catches. Get him out there, right? It's the whole conversation of using your speed that we have and also using more of your personnel,
Right.
right? Get everyone involved. Right? At this point of the year, like last week was a playoff game. Week before was a playoff game. When you're in December, that's playoff football. It should be all hands on deck.
Right.
Not just depend on your leaders, depend on everyone. Get everyone involved. And like those are players that should have been involved. They should be involved going forward too.
If they're not, if they're healthy enough to play and they're not playing because they're not up to snuff, then those are already considered. Those to me are already busted draft picks. Because you've already seen on the other side of the field what they've done with their draft picks recently. Not a lot of misses,
Right.
right? Not a lot of misses. Meanwhile, all of our hits are sitting on the sidelines, or in the
Right.
booth, or in a birthing room somewhere, right? Like that's what's going on our end, right? Meanwhile, every one of our secondary has a defensive passer rating of over 100 or a quarterback rating of over 100, like 103 when thrown at.
Right.
But I can't blame the defense for this game. Like, yeah, there were some times they really wish they could have done some things, but as I said a couple of weeks ago, this is a turnover defense. They've got to get turnovers. They had 2 opportunities for turnovers in this game. They did not get those turnovers. That was the difference in this game. If they were going to have to win it, right? Yes, we understand the offense.
the
didn't do
defense
what
would
they
have
were
had to win
supposed
it,
do.
yeah.
If for the defense to be the ones who were like, hey, okay, guys, do I have to do everything around here? They had to have at least one of those, and they didn't.
Right.
Okay. That's the only thing you can fault them for. But that's just because that's the type of defense they have to be. They're not going to be 6 sacks a game. They're not going to be stuffy up the middle. Okay. They're going to be bend, don't break.
Like it's always been.
Like it's always been. Okay. They're going to be bend, don't break. And they're going to have to get those turnovers all the time. They have to have 2 turnovers a game right now.
At least.
At least it can't just be, oh, it's the end of the half. Somebody threw up a Hail Mary and I got it.
Right. No, at least 2.
Leon Sandcastle, I want to see Cowing finally. I don't know if he's going to play.
Yeah, I don't
probably
think so.
won't.
That's
It's too soon, but as we mentioned, you have a healthy Sky Moore and Jordan Watkins.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Speed guys that you can put out there at the
Right.
receiver position to at least open things up, even if
Right.
you're just
You can't-
using them as decoys out there.
Right.
You
They
can't
got
tell
the
me you
speed
can't
to
dip
do
into
it.
the Debo playbook for some of these guys. They used to find
Sky
all
Moore
sorts
ran
of
an end around already. Yeah.
They used to find all sorts of unique ways to get Debo the ball when Debo,
Right.
was faster.
Mm-hmm.
Um, those plays didn't just go away, right? Sky,
Mhm.
I'm not saying Sky Moore's is fast, but maybe get something out of it. Like I don't know. It's bizarre. Like play to your strengths, man. This is what
Yeah.
we've got. This is the hand that's been dealt.
Right.
Wide receiver 1 quit and didn't show up. Wide receiver 2 is cursed. I do not know. Somebody has a Ricky Pearsall voodoo doll out there
Voodoo
somewhere
doll, yeah.
and is just
Stick things in
zapping
it.
that SOB every
Yeah,
chance
yeah.
they get, right? Jawan Jennings has been hurt a lot this year. I guarantee you Jawan Jennings is playing at about 65 to 75% of what he is probably at on the Jawan Jennings scale based on what I've seen from him. And
Mhm.
also he's literally the focal point of the wide receiver core right now. So he's getting double teamed as well on occasion, which is super cool.
Mhm.
It's great when your wide receiver 2 is at 65% and also getting doubled. Demarcus Robinson is up and down. Like he's there, he's not there. They have no choice but to play him. There's no choice. Like they
Right.
made the decision to play him. Like he usually is good for one big game a year. He always was for the for the Rams, but we haven't gotten that big game this year. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the weekend Demarcus Robinson blows his shit out of the water. Okay.
Maybe.
Be nice.
Because he's usually good for one a year, but if he isn't, like, he probably won't be in the league next year. He's going to be like a Chris Conley. Think of how many guys that this team goes to whatever with, and then they're out of the league the next year. Why can't we get more receivers? Where's the depth at receiver?
I don't know.
Offensive
Injured.
genius, but but
Well,
constantly
he ain't
like,
using them either.
yeah, but that's the other thing. So we're drafting guys, we're not using them. So what's the problem? What is the problem here? Why are we drafting guys and not using them? Danny Gray, just
Okay. Yeah. Where's he been?
Well, he. I don't know. He's. I want to say he was in Indy last I remember, wasn't he?
I thought it was with Philly.
I lost track of him after
Right?
Philly.
I feel like there was a thing with
know.
Indy too, but Philly makes sense too.
Mhm.
Philly's always grabbing players from our team, from our roster, like doing whatever and actually being productive with them sometimes.
Yeah.
And for the Seahawks game, like how many times did we actually run the ball?
Yeah. Exactly.
We couldn't get the run game established, and it backed up the offense.
6 snaps for Brian Robinson Jr. I can't stress that enough. I know I said that earlier, but like
Right.
it still boggles my mind.
Yeah.
You traded a 6th round pick for this guy, and now you're giving him 6 snaps in the biggest game of the year. You can't get him on the field with Christian McCaffrey at all. There's no way to do that.
Yeah.
You're telling me it's impossible. You're telling me there's no way. I think
There
that's
is a
bullshit.
way. Yeah,
right?
there is
yeah,
a way.
there is absolutely a way.
I mean, all hands on deck.
Like at some point, you just need to look at your roster and be like, okay, who do we have that's healthy? And how are they healthy, right? Like, how healthy is George Kittle really, right?
Mhm.
How healthy is Christian McCaffrey? Like, Christian McCaffrey's at 400 touches this year. We already know what happens to running backs after they get 400 touches the next year, right? So I'm already horrified at next year. But at this point,
Yeah.
you've already decided, you've already committed to driving him down Route 66 across the country. Okay, so now's your stretch, right? Let's go. But you could use some Brian Robinson Jr. too. You can use Kyle Juszczyk more. You could
Mhm.
use RPOs with Brock a lot more, right? Like just get him
Yeah.
out and slide. Those are
slide.
low effort plays. Like keep the chains moving, and you
Exactly.
don't have to pass it all the time. There's just this.
Yeah.
It's like when you would play Madden as a kid and your friend would just constantly pass the ball, and it's like, you're never going to run it, are you? You're never, ever going to run the ball.
Got no
Try
business running the
running.
ball.
He literally just Hail Marys every time.
Yeah.
Phew. Phew.
Yeah, try running.
And how different this game would have been if CMC didn't bobble the ball. We probably would have scored.
They absolutely win that game.
Yeah.
But you
Absolutely.
feel
We
more-
would have been
you-
down by 3 with 10 minutes left.
like I said, they finally got the offense going at that
Yeah.
point. And
Right.
you just needed something from the offense. The defense was fine.
back.
You just needed something more from the offense. And
Right.
it felt like the offense started to click. That would have changed momentum. You know, the place would have gone crazy. The players would have gone crazy. I think the whole tide would have shifted at that point.
Yeah.
Instead, it was
that.
a punch to the gut. Like, oh,
Oh, I know.
And nobody knew what happened. Like, I actually have the video of it because the play was
Yeah.
so bizarre. And
Yeah.
I've had to go back and watch it. Like, nobody knew what happened. Like, there was no replay.
No,
Like, it took them forever to replay it in the stadium.
really.
Like no, oh yeah. They're like, players ruled an interception. Like it took a while. Like it was like a cover up. You know what I mean? Like we just want to forget that happened and moved on to the next play, right? Like what?
Mhm.
Like they're about to score. Even if they don't get a touchdown there, right? They get a field goal and they're feeling good and they're like, you know what? I could definitely get a touchdown on the next
Yeah,
drive.
one-score
Like, we
game at
figured
that
this thing
point.
out.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, right?
But it never had to be like that, right?
Yeah.
They could have just been running the ball more. And honestly, what like do you remember that Rams game on Monday night a few years ago? I want to say it was 2021 when they got their shit straight that year, right? They rushed it 40 times and just beat the crap out of the Rams, right? And it was because Trent Williams was injured that game, if I remember correctly, or somebody else. A bunch of people were injured on the offensive line, and they're like, you know what? Instead of having to worry about like pass protection and stuff like that, let's just run the damn ball tonight, right? And just do that. That was the perfect opportunity. And Seattle was actually asking you to do it. They were begging you to do it. Please run the ball on us. Yeah, we're going to throw it. That's all that was. That's what blows my mind about it, because it's like they fell for it. Like
Yeah.
blows my mind. I do not get it. Like the in-game adjustments, like who talks to Kyle and is like, Kyle, this shit's not working, man. Like run the damn ball. Like, does anyone tell him that? Does anyone get in his ear and just be like, Kyle, run the
Run the
friggin'
ball.
thing? Like, and if they don't, why aren't they?
Well, I don't know. It's tough because of his defense. When they did run the ball, the execution of the run was poor.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
True.
blocking by the
Yeah,
O
yeah.
line, the blocking by the receivers. Luke Farrell, what you doing, bro? You was brought here for one reason. Not to let guys blow by you or just throw you to the side and make a play. Like I said, the O-line just and the blocking, just the worst game of the year to have bad blocks. I mean,
Oh,
Luke
DeMarcus
Farrell was
Robinson
supposed to be the sixth offensive lineman at a bucket rate,
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah,
Oh, a
Right.
budget rate. We're a rebuilding team, and this is a real quick fix. He's a good athlete, and he's a really good blocker. PFF says he's a really good blocker. He's a good blocker. Good blocker.
okay.
Jake Tongas can't hit the field because allegedly he can't block. Meanwhile, Luke Farrell can't do anything, and when he can't block, like, what's the point? Tight end 2 strikes again, guys. Okay?
Yeah.
We have continually and continually, over and over again, just got it wrong on tight end 2. Meanwhile, Jake Tongas is just sitting there dying
there.
for snaps.
Right.
And when you give him snaps when George Kittle's injured, he performs.
Right.
After the
Yeah.
game he had against Chicago, he should have been out there.
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah.
After the game he had against Seattle
should've
in
been.
week 1, he should
Week
have been
1.
out there.
Week 1.
True.
Well,
Yeah.
That's true.
Like, I don't understand it. I do not know what these guys do to get into this imaginary doghouse. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Why can't he get on the field? He just makes
Every-
catches.
Every play. He should have been out there.
He reminds me a guy used to actually play at Iowa, and he played for the Patriots back in the day. Some terrible Patriots teams by the name of Marv Cook. He had some
Oh
terrible
God.
quarterbacks throw the ball at that dude, and he would just be like, "Wing, sing, whoo, got it, hey, ah." Might be for 3.5 yards and a concussion, but he'd get it,
He
right?
get
And then
it.
he'd be
Yeah.
back up for the
Yeah.
next play, right? Absolute monster. Right? That was the first time I was like, wow, Iowa tight ends are just built different, right? And they absolutely are. And they have continued that way throughout the years,
Right.
right? It's just like Ty said, you picked the worst night of the year to have your worst game of the year.
Right. Yeah, it was pretty bad. You know.
Nice reference there, Maddie from Pterodome. All right, so let's talk a little defense. The defense did do better than the offense, but they still had their
Issues.
Starting with 18 missed tackles. Can't have that.
No.
The 3rd and 17 play.
That man.
Oh.
The fumble that Yatir Gross-Matos should have fell on instead of just trying to pick it up.
Nah, he was trying to fall on it. He wasn't trying to pick it up. Once again, the ball didn't bounce our way. If you look at it, it hit one arm, hit the other arm, then bounced away from him. That kind of night.
However, I thought Eric Kendricks was good against the run. I thought Malik Mustafa had a good game. Upton Stout had a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Your thoughts, guys, on the defense, Ty?
I thought defense played well. You know, I count missed tackles myself, and I haven't gone back and counted how many missed tackles that I saw, so I can't go off that. But there were some. But either way, they balled out for the amount of time that they were on the field. And we've seen this happen in the past, that they start to break down and the game just goes away from them. That didn't happen. They battled for 60 minutes despite losing key people, despite having people step on the field for the first time. They still battled. So you got to give your hat off to them for what they did and was able to accomplish, you know, in this game. You would like to see some things cleaned up, but like that 3rd and 17, when you got 2 linebackers on the field who are just getting out there. What can you do? It's you know, at some point it's like, all right, they gotta be better. They gotta be better for the next one, right? But they played well overall. You know, I felt if going into this game, if anyone would have said, hey, we're only going to give up 13 points to the Seahawks, we all said, well, we're winning this game.
Yeah,
everyone would have said we're winning this game.
Right.
But even, and I know they missed 2 field goals. I'll give you those 2 field goals. They're only going to get 19 points. That means this offense,
and they gave
which
up
had
the field
been
goal,
averaging had been averaging 35 points a game. You mean to tell me they're only going to score 19 for what we're doing? We're winning this game, point blank.
Yeah.
So I thought defense was okay. I like to see them clean up a lot of things, and I'm hoping in this practice this week that can happen. Get these new guys up to speed, and get a rotation out there that can work with the pieces we're missing. You hate to see this time of year, but once again, they held up and acquitted themselves well, despite being behind the 8 ball.
Yeah.
I will say that the thing with this team this year is that they are, I feel, more mentally prepared going forward in this season than they have in previous seasons. So hopefully that also helps on Sunday. Dina, your thoughts on the defense?
Hey, kudos to holding the Seahawks to 13 points. Kudos on that. Okay. That was even through my tears and anger, That was a shining moment for me. You held the Seahawks, like Ty said, team that used to scoring 30 some points a game. Our defense held them to just 13. Excellent on that. Now, I kind of felt bad for him because my thing is by the time they got to the sidelines, offense is out there, they get to the sidelines, and before they could put their butts on the bench, they got to go back out again.
Back out there. Yep.
And it's like, well, daggone, I can't even adjust my hat. What? You know, there's some things that had to be cleaned up. Okay. Some missed tackles, some miscues. But the bottom line is that I think a lot of people are forgetting. They did hold them to 13 points. A team that everyone said is going to outscore us or try to outscore us by 30, 40 points. Our D-line held to just 13 points. That speaks volumes, despite what else may have happened. But that speaks volumes on what our defense did.
Manny.
The 4th and 17 is the only thing that just the 3rd and 17 is the only thing that you
17,
can't
yeah.
like.
Yeah.
It's a bad look.
It
Just
is.
3rd and long, 4th and long for this team is always just like how in
Always.
the world are they constantly letting this constantly go over? Whether it's defensive holding, whether it's pass interference, whether it's real or made up by the official that's usually, home fielding it for the team that, the league wants to win or whatever. If you believe all that stuff. But it's maddening. It's really maddening because that's a situation right there where you could change that tide, right? And then you can kind of flip that field position. But the defense is what it is at this point, okay? You are making dinner with what is in the pantry, okay? That's what you're doing. And then the rest of it, whether you're getting a Keon White or getting Kaiser, what's his last name? Kaiser White from Kaiser White from Arizona. Like, that's like, okay, I don't have anything on my. I need one thing, and you go down to the corner store and you just take what's there, right?
Yep.
It is available. You can grab it and you can make a dinner with it, right?
A lonely can of mayonnaise.
That is what Robert Saleh is doing right now. Like, that's not to belittle anybody or anything like that. That's really what he's doing. Like, this roster is nothing like what it was supposed to have been at the beginning of the year, right? And I think the biggest thing that this defense is showing you right now is how much shit on a daily basis Fred Warner cleans up for this defense. Because one of the things that I noticed that this defense has a really tough time with, and it's probably why 3rd and longs and things like that are very difficult for them. There seems to be a distinct, and it's probably pretty valid considering how many people have worn the green dot. There's a massive communication problem out there right now. Before every single snap, nobody looks like they know what they're doing. Like, they are running around like you're pointing here, you're going there, like everybody's parked at the stop sign and trying to get out and get into a different door. It seems like almost on every big play there looks to be some sort of like weird communication issue. Like, man, Fred Warner's missed big time. Yeah. And he's just the type of guy that, like, you can tell does the job of about 15 people.
Happy New Year.
And it shows. Him being out there, like, yeah, you know that Nick Bosa's not in there, okay? And you definitely can see that Michael Williams isn't in there. But you really notice when Fred Warner's not in there because people don't know what they're doing, right. And things like 3rd and 17 happen. Right. If that had happened, Fred Warner probably would have flew over from the hash mark to knock that over. Right. Probably about 2 yards short. Didn't happen. Right. Because he's not there. So that's where it's at right now. No matter what happens the rest of this season, it shows you how much the cupboard is going to need to be restocked defensively. And, we already talked about the wide receiver side. So.
Defensively, they just need to be healthy.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
but there's
Because
still
at this point,
you're gonna have
look at
some
the
more guys
starters
to
that's
back
missing,
out too.
and then now their backups are missing.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So now
like,
we're
you've
going
gotta-
bottom shelf. That's a bad phrase to use.
Right.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they're moving bottom.
like
literally,
literally,
100%.
I'm watching the game and I'm like, and I'm around some friends who are not 49ers fans,
Oh,
but they know I'm a diehard, right? And I'm looking and I'm like, 49? Who the fuck is 49? And they turn and look at me and like, if you don't know who he is,
yes, we don't know.
right? I'm like, who the F is that? I'm like, is that a fan? Because you only see fans wear 49 jerseys with faithful on the back. I'm like, did they get a guy out the stands?
Really got someone out of the stands for this? What
I'm like, who the hell is that? And I'm like, oh, that's the Wooly. Oh Lord, this is what we doing. This is where we at. Oh,
where we at?
So it's like, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
We're at that point right now on the defensive side where it's bottom of the barrel. It's another bad phrase, but you know what I mean. We're scraping along here.
And we shouldn't have to, but damn.
It's just, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, it's like, it gives new meaning to that song.
Sourdough thought it was sourdough Sam.
Sourdough.
Exactly. Exactly.
I didn't even think they gave out 49 as a number anymore. Like, I thought they were tired.
Exactly.
I think the last person to have that was Bruce Miller.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Been a hot minute.
All right.
Who the F
course,
is 49?
And of course, with this game, the Fire Kyle crowd is back out there. The Get rid of John Lynch is back out there. However, we have 12 wins and we're in the playoffs. But anyway, game balls. Maddie, go ahead.
Yeah. Think about it.
Eddie Pinheiro. Just because, right? Easy Eddie.
He scored the points.
He scored the points. So you got to give him one right there. Who got this? Somebody got the 91. I forgot his name. He got the sack.
Sam Okinawa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was a good one. That was really good. That was a nice little game changer as well there. I thought that was fine. I can't give it to anybody else. It was tough, man. Like it's I've watched this tape a couple times and I'm like, yeah, they allowed 13 points, but like I don't know, it felt like they lost 40-3. You know what I mean? Just like the key stuff. It just felt that way. It's one of those deals where it's like, does anybody really stand out? Like Jake Brendel missed a few calls on the line that I think could have been made in advance to save Brock some headaches. You know what I mean? Maybe Jawan Jennings. I thought he was tough. He got a couple of big catches. He could have gotten more, but he wasn't really targeted that much, right? Like, but can he be targeted when he's the only one who's functional and he's not working at 100%? Like, those would be my three. And I welcome to hear all of yours.
I am going to go with Upton Stout. Yeah, Ty.
Nice one. I'm going to give one to ADP as well, because you've heard me talk about it in the past. Kicking at Levi's in this time of year at night is hella tricky. It is not easy. And go ask the Seattle kicker. It is not easy.
No.
And he made the kick. So I got to give my hats off to that in a tricky situation because the wind be whipping. The DBs, I thought Renardo Green, Upton Stout, and Diamador Lenore had good games, strapping up, doing what they do, holding them down. So kudos to them. I got to give one to Sam Okinawa. I thought he stepped up, had himself a good game, just being a presence out there. So that was a good one. Offensively, I got to give one to George because he continued to ball out. and do everything he can do to, get things going. CMC as well, continuing to put the team on his shoulders. He had the one bad drop, but it was a tough play, but it was just bad luck, really.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go there with it.
Yeah, Dina.
Yeah. Eddie Pinero, of course. The D-line. That Upton Stout. And I'll even say Jawan Jennings. George Kittle. Yeah.
Okay. Moving
Fine,
on.
especially.
What was the last part? Because you broke up a little bit.
Oh, I said the D-line, most definitely.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Moving on to Philly. Would you guys have preferred Chicago over Philly?
Yes.
It didn't matter to me.
Maddie?
I thought they both sucked. Those are the two suckiest possible matchups, right? Like you're either going to Chicago or you're going to Philadelphia, right? Like that to me was the absolute worst case possible scenario. Like to me, it was either best case, you win this one seed, you get a break, Trent Williams comes back, we're ready to go, right? It's right there. It's right there in front of you at home, right? The next worst case, right? Or the next best case is, oh shucks, you got to go on the road to Carolina. Oh no, right? How difficult. Instead, you get Philly or Chicago. Those are really the only two places where the 49ers like kind of crowd advantage gets nullified a little bit. And yeah, Philly has been putting up a lot of points this season, but they've got a pretty good defense. And they're healthy. That's another problem. They're
Yep.
healthy. Seattle also, by the way, super healthy, by the way. Super healthy. Like disgustingly healthy almost. So like some teams have just been luckier than the 49ers this year injury-wise. So for them to even be here is crazy. But you still got to hold them accountable because you got to win, right? And they did not. I just saw that fumble again that bounced 3 times and then ended up back in Kenneth Walker's hands. Like, the hell, right?
Unreal.
Like all that is like that's how the Giants won their last 2 Super Bowls. Like
Yep.
basically the ball bounced right to them or stuck to their helmet or whatever. It's just absolute ridiculous.
That was crazy.
Yeah, but Rob, they're like crazy healthy compared to the 49ers. It's not like, oh, well, they've got a couple more players. I mean, they have like 8 more players. Like they're really, if you look at their starting lineup at the beginning of the year and then their lineup to now versus what the 49ers are running with from the starting lineup at the beginning of the year to now, it is a different planet. This very much is like a 1986, 1983 team that is just making do with what they have. The only difference is for some reason they absolutely refuse to lean into the strength of this team, which is just having to go power run. That's your best bet at this point.
Leon saying Chicago would be better for our fans, but I think Philly's offense is cheeks and their defense is in Seattle's. I agree. I think the main problem with the Eagles is their offense. If we can slow down their run, which I know we can do because we've done it. And as far as their special teams goes, they're not too special. I definitely like our chances in this game. As far as game plans, I'm going to take what Dina always says and run the ball.
Run the ball.
If we run the ball like 30 times, we probably win this game. Ty, what are your thoughts on a game plan?
Yeah, just we're going to run the ball. We're going to set up play action, throw, blah, blah, blah. The guys just got to execute. Like we've seen over the course of this end of the season, when these guys execute the way it should be done, it looks great. We've seen the offense just roll and look good. We've seen the defense look good, right? Don't let one bad game fool you. They just got to bounce back and execute. We haven't had a 2-game losing streak all season long. They've always bounced back and corrected the mistakes they've made and executed. So that's what I'm looking for here. Like I say, it doesn't matter what team we would have picked, we would have drawn, because if we go out and execute the way that we certainly can, it's going to be no problem. We should be victorious, right? Even in a game like the Chicago game where you saw the defense didn't have their best day, they stepped up at the end, held them to a field goal, got the 4 and out at the end to win it. That's called stepping up and making a play when you need it. So that's all we got to do. I just want to see them execute because, oh man, this Seattle game the execution was just bad. We already talked about it. So I want to see them bounce back and just execute at a high level the way they can.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dina.
Yeah, I was listening to the radio this morning, and the Eagles coach was giving praise of how they are. He said he watched different tapes of Brock and everything like that, and he says this guy's unstoppable, but we're going to try. We're going to try to stop him. But he's unstoppable, and that he said that's like our strength is Brock Purdy, which I thought was kind of interesting coming from Pigeon Land. But other than that, I agree with Ty. If we're going to do something, for God's sake, execute it. You know, because they're going to be honest. They're going to be honest. They're already planning to stop the run. So we have to mix it up, put in whoever you got, get, like Ty said, get them off the shelf, put them out there and mix it up, mix up the plays, mix up the squad. And, you know, Maddie, I agree with you too. It would be nice to have 2 or 3 tight ends out there, you know, one last hurrah. You know, put them out there, get everybody out there and execute.
We can't say that enough on this
And
show.
I think, you know, after seeing everything from last week, I like our chances. I really do. I like our chances. But it's going to be from what I'm hearing on the sports reports, they're already planning like, oh, we got to get to Brock. We got to stop their run. If we can stop their run and put pressure on Brock Purdy, we got this. Like, no, you don't. But it's going to be a battle. Yeah, exactly, Terradome. It's going to be an uphill battle. But I know we can do it. I don't care if it's by one stink.
Oh, we got a Seahawks fan in the room.
Oh,
rooting
Lord.
for you guys this weekend.
Well, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Maddie, go ahead. Game plan?
When Christian McCaffrey runs the ball 20 or more times, I believe we're 9-1 this year or something like that.
9-1?
9-1. So I don't know, maybe run it with him 20 times. Also, I would like to see 10 to 15 touches for Brian Robinson Jr. Okay, or at least 10 to 15 snaps for Brian Robinson Jr. Okay, I need more than 6 snaps. Like we can utilize Brian Robinson Jr. He can throw it.
Yeah.
And let's we don't need to keep him on the field for the kickoffs either. Let's just have Sky Moore back there, okay? Or they'll kick it out of bounds, which is fine, okay? I'm okay with that. We don't need to have Brian Robinson Jr. back there. That was another missed opportunity. That was the first time all year special teams really kind of crapped the bed on the field when Robinson Jr. It took him forever to pick up that ball, and then he drops down at the 12.
Yeah.
It's like, oh great.
Yeah.
Like
that was another big one.
if you don't get field position from the 25 forward right now, you're completely starting from behind the 8 ball, right? Like the whole thing's set up to start from the 25, 30, 35-yard line. Like just get a good head of speed going, and he just could not. It was
Yeah.
I know. It was like drop the ball and then can't pick it up. And then
and then almost fell over, like almost spun over on his head. Like how he got to the 12-yard line, honestly, like is impressive. It's ridiculous.
What's up, Brian? He says we have a chance. It's the playoffs. It'll be great, one game at a time. Yep.
Oh, definitely.
Fun fact: the 6th seed is 3-0 when having a better record than the 3rd seed.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, look. At the end of the day, if things pan out the way that they pan out, like if the 49ers and Green Bay, if the 49ers and the Packers win this weekend, like there's still a chance for an NFC title game at Levi's. So,
and the 6th seed has won the Super Bowl.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
More stats. Yeah.
All right, let's go X Factors. Go ahead, Maddie.
Is this team finally going to lean into what they have, or are they going to continue to live in denial about the fact they don't have any healthy wide receivers? Like, is Jake Tongas going to get some snaps this weekend? Kyle Juszczyk going to get a few more plays run for him? Like, are they going to find some creative ways to get Sky Moore the ball? Are they going to find some creative ways to get Christian McCaffrey the ball in space? Brian Robinson Jr. the ball in space? Get Brock Purdy some space? Right? Like take advantage of absolutely every single productive, healthy athlete that you have right now that you might have an advantage over the other team with, right? Whether it's George Kittle, whether it's Christian McCaffrey, Brock Purdy, whatever it is, right? Like just utilize that advantage, survive, advance, and move on to the next round. This is a great path for them. Like if things set up the way they're supposed to set up, you can go win at Philadelphia, win at Seattle, win at Chicago, in the Super Bowl, right? You're back home. It's a murderer's row, but I've seen this team do worse. I've seen this team do crazier. 6 degrees on Lake Michigan in 1989. You know what I mean? It's been done before. I've seen it.
I'm going to go, along with Ty's execution, I'm going to go with the coaching. Because I think the coaching is really going to matter in this game. And I'm also going to go with Brock Purdy. Go ahead, Dina.
Yeah, Tongas, I'd like to see him out there more. Utilize Juice, most definitely. Run the ball. And defensively, coverage. Don't give so much cushion. More coverage. And somebody please help out. Oh yeah, there you go. Thank you. Somebody please help out Brock Purdy. You got right. You must have read my mind. Right at the block. Give the guy time. Give him some time to get out there and do what he does. That would be my X factors.
Okay, go ahead, Ty.
Yeah, for me, it's I'm going to say run blocking from everyone involved. I need to see a bounce back game in the run blocking department because it was not good on Saturday night. But we get a bounce back game, and just the O-line overall, they've been playing really good over the second half plus of the season, right? Had a breakdown on Saturday, but who didn't? So I just want to see them bounce back. Vic Fangio is going to try to copy some things Seattle did. So I'm going to agree with you, Jess, and go with the coaches after that, on both sides of the ball. Mm-hmm. And the coaches need to, be ready to see some of the things that they've seen before that, Philly might try to take advantage of.
Yeah.
All right, let's go 2-minute warning. Maddie, you're up.
If there's an interception or a fumble recovery, you got to get it, right? Even if it's against all odds, this is a turnover-based defense right now. Turnovers equals wins. No turnovers equals no wins. That's really it. That's going to be the key for this defense. It's really going to be the key for this team moving forward. Because even if this offense is hitting on every single cylinder, things still have to go absolutely perfectly for them to score on every single drive. That's a lot of pressure to put on a team, right? So you got to get those turnovers. That's going to be the key for this. So keep an eye on that. And I'll have some NFC title game tickets available if the Packers keep winning and the 49ers keep winning. So stay tuned for that.
All right. Shout out to the chat. Thank you very much for coming through tonight. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. George Kittle, second most receptions in franchise history. Congrats to him. For this game, we have to extend the drives. It's a must. Along with the turnovers, have to extend drives. But as always, go Niners and tie her up.
Rob, I'm not taking down the tree. I'm holding on Christmas, and I love the lights. So
that's right.
Take that. No, it'll be gone next week. But it's funny how I got to talk about this all year long. Kyle Shanahan should be coach of the year.
Yep,
definitely should be coach of the year over everyone. Look at the job he's done with what he's got and blah blah blah. And in one game, it all goes away.
Out the window.
Yeah.
He's been shit all year. Like, oh man, the overreactions have to stop.
Yeah.
Let's take a breath, get back to reality, and keep rooting on this team because we got more winning to do. So go Niners.
Yeah, Dina.
Yeah. Sin, I'll be at the tailgate. Come to the 49ers tailgate on Sunday, okay? Message me and I'll give you the info. But yeah, go Niners, execute, run the ball, block for Purdy, and we got this. We got this. Good timing. Keep the timing and the rhythm going. Get 10 yards. Keep going 10, 10, 10, all the way down, and run the clock when it's necessary. Go Niners.
Dina, send me that information for the tailgate because I'm thinking against my better judgment that I might want to go. And I haven't decided yet.
Yeah.
But I want to protect myself if I do go.
Yeah, we'll be at a secluded area. And the game will be on.
All right, guys, that does it for us. Enjoy the game on Sunday. Let's get this dub. We'll see you next week. Go Niners.
Go Niners.
Go Niners. Have a good one, everybody.
Peace.
And of course, for the upstart 49ers, they're 6 yards away from Pontiac. 3rd and 3.
We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly.
Montana looking, throwing in the end zone.